Hello, New Joy. This is Jeff and Dave coming from Jeff's
Jeff's deck.
deck, doing another edition of Dave's deck. Does that make sense?
Sounds great to me.
Sounds good to me too. Hey, we just wanted to give you guys an update on the reopening, and just to kind of keep in mind that with the reopening, that it's not an event, it's a process. It's something that takes time. Uh, Average attendance for churches reopening during this coronavirus is somewhere between 35 and 50%. We're hitting about 45% attendance. And so we're averaging out maybe a little bit above average. And just to understand that the things you're wrestling with, the things that we're wrestling with as pastors, this is going on all over. And so just want to remind you that to be patient, and we will continue the process. We're keeping our protections in place, and just want to also encourage you, stay connected. Whether you're attending publicly or not, during this time, you have to work even harder to stay connected. It's not an easy thing, and it's easy to give up on it and then, hey, we'll just put this on hold, and maybe when this stops, we'll try it again. But the problem is, we don't really know when this is going to end. If you had talked to me in the spring, I'd say, oh, well, this would be over by the end of May. Well, we're in August already, and it shows no sign of slowing down. Another update on the giving. I want to really thank you guys. New Joy, you guys are faithful givers. Our giving is good. We are meeting our expenses. We haven't had to take anything out of our reserve funds. So that's good. And I want to give you a very good thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. That's one less thing we've had to be concerned about during this time. And also, big announcement. This Sunday, we're having my friend, Pastor Thaddeus Godwin, come to New Joy. He's coming to us all the way from Clinton, North Carolina, so he's got a long drive tomorrow. And he'll be with us Sunday. First service, he's going to be doing the message. It'll be just a regular message that he would ordinarily do. And we have shortened the time in between services because we want everybody to stay. Because second service is not going to be like first service. It's going to be totally different, something that we've never done before, and we're real excited about it. As you know, in the news, there's been a lot of controversy and protest and things going on a national level over racism, the topic of racism. We're going to take that head on. And during second service, we have a little format laid out. Thaddeus is going to share his journey. As you probably know, he is a black pastor. And I will be sharing my journey from my perspective. And I don't think any of you guys have ever heard my story on this. And I do have a story about it. And then after that, I have some things that I want Thaddeus and I to discuss on the topic. Following that, we want to open it up for questions from the congregation. And so we'll have a question time. So it will not be a regular service. This will be an hour just devoted to discussion. And I hope that it's helpful because we are coming from a biblical perspective, not just a social perspective or something you would get out of the news. We want to give you a little bit more.
And I want to mention during that question and answer time, for those who are at the service, you'll be able to come up to the mics while mics positioned for you to come up and ask questions for the question and answer time. And if you're going to be viewing online, we ask that you would submit your questions ahead of time. So if you have questions on your heart and mind, you'd like to submit, we ask you that you would either email or contact the church office, call the church office, and just put your question out there. You can even leave a voicemail with your question, and then we'll get the information off either the email or the voicemail there, even if you don't get a hold of anyone. But we love to hear from you if you have some questions. So anyhow, that's one way of doing that. We will also be live streaming both of the services. Again, as Jeff mentioned, the second service will start earlier at 10:15 a.m. So just allow a little bit of overlap or a little bit of time in between the services. But we'll be live streaming both parts, part 1 and part 2, and so that you can live stream on Facebook. And then also we will record the services as well on video so that we can show them then later, that you guys can see in a better quality as well. So we'll make that available to you, and we'll put that on our YouTube channel as well, so you can watch that at a later time and anytime you're able to. The only other thing I want to mention, as Jeff mentioned, is we encourage you both, just a reminder, as Jeff already mentioned, that we encourage you to stay for both services.
Yes.
If you can, we definitely would love you to do that, to hear from Pastor Godwin first service, and then be part of the discussion and question and answer time during the second service. So that's the main thing. Wanted to mention some upcoming things that are going to be happening. On Sunday, August 23rd, we'll be having our annual church picnic at Woodcrest. And one of the highlights we've been doing the last couple of years is we've been having baptisms. So there'll be 2 baptisms that'll be happening right prior to the lunch. So after second service, we'll be heading over to Woodcrest. We'll be doing the baptisms first and then have the lunch around noon. So we encourage you to come out for that. I hope to see you there. And then on Sunday, September 6th, which is Labor Day weekend, we're going to be having a family Sunday. It'll be one service at 10 a.m. So that you'll hear more about that, but just want to make sure that's a heads up. And then the last thing I want to mention is we're planning to do what we're calling a backpack giveaway to the community on September the 8th. It's a Tuesday evening. Again, you'll be hearing more information about this, but we're going to need donations from the church family in order to help families in need in our community. So if you'd like to donate, you can either ask Gloria Doberman if you have questions about that, or just contact the church office. But you'll be hearing more details about that upcoming project.
Yes, Gloria's coming up with a list of what she wants to go in the backpacks. So she's leading this. So before you donate anything, I would recommend waiting for Gloria's announcement. It might be an email or something on Facebook. So we'll get more information. That was just decided this week. So that's something very new.
All right, well, take care, everyone.
Yes.
Glad to connect once again. Until next time.
From Jeff's deck, doing Dave's deck.